JJ the CPA here. We are getting ready to go live. We're getting our cameras up and running. Is this where we?
Up front. That
Okay.
one.
We're just gonna hit, and there we go. See, this is all part of a trick, so that you'll keep watching. Cause you'll be like, well, what are they gonna talk about? All right, so listen. All right, we are trying. So we're doing this show, and we're doing something different every day. And here's how we're doing it today. So we're getting ready to go live as well. On LinkedIn. I knocked this. All right. What are we going to talk about? This still doesn't look good, but we're just going to, we're going with it. Look, I got too much head here.
There you go.
That still didn't work. Is this the right button?
Yeah, that one moves it
Okay.
that way.
This will be the one that goes viral. This will be the one like, oh my gosh.
It's our money maker.
This is the money maker.
Dollar bills.
Bam. See, YouTube's kind of the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, JJ the CPA here, getting ready to go live. But real quick, okay, you get to be live and hear about this. What are we going to talk about? We're going to do 15 minutes, 2 subjects. What are we doing? We got to have this over here by us.
We gotta have our mic over here. Don't cover that one.
Okay.
Oh, you're doing it good. You were doing it good.
I'm gonna hold it on my knee since we don't have it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so I say let's talk about something in social media, and then let's talk about the symposium.
Perfect.
Okay, and let's not talk
Perfect.
about graphics or anything related to what we've already done videos on.
Okay.
So I think on the social media, maybe we just talk about maybe the audiences that we see on LinkedIn versus Facebook and Instagram, and you know how many posts we're doing a day, how many posts we see others. Do we think it's important to look at view count?
Okay.
And then just talk about kind of almost intertwined in that the accounting and social media symposium,
Perfect.
in the sense that that's what that's about as well. All right.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for sticking with us here, YouTube, because now we're getting ready for the show to begin. All right, check this. Oh, I don't have a cigar here? Yeah, shoot. Okay. All right, getting ready to go.
We have money, though.
Oh, getting ready to go live. You smelling money?
Like a cigar. And we're live.
And we are live. JJ the
Hello,
CPA here with the Amanda Brewer. And so every day we've done something different.
Yep, every single day.
And I think what it really kind of comes down to is we're just trying to get comfortable with what we want to do on this daily show. So
I agree.
we've got, this is now going to be our 6th day.
Yep.
And we've done different formats. So what we're going to try and do is basically discuss, and we make sure you turn the volume down.
I am.
Yeah, every time.
Every single time. Sorry.
So we don't have hair and makeup yet. We don't have a studio yet in the sense of cameras and a whole team. So we're just trying to come up with what do we want to do in this daily show. So we're trying out this format. We're going in the middle of the day. Is this the first time we've gone in the middle of the day?
First time we've went live in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
So maybe some of you guys are eating lunch right now.
Yeah, possibly. So what we talked about doing was in the evening, then we went a little earlier in the evening, and now we're trying in the middle of the day. And I think we're kind of wanting to do a little bit more talk show for the daily show with JJ the CPA and Amanda. So what we talked about today is social media. And coming up next week, we have the social media, the accounting and social media symposium, something that we've put together. We're so excited because we've got Juan and Jose and Justin and Katie going to be there with us live. Amanda C. Watts from the UK will have a role in that as well, but we're going to be here in Oklahoma City. We're going to be talking about our experiences with these superstars. And I feel like all of us are kind of on the rise with our social media and our content.
Yep.
So, you know, one of the things for us is we started doing social media about a year ago, and we are on all social mediums.
All of
And we've done at least 3 posts every single day except for 1 week, which included posting a video on YouTube. We've really kind of narrowed it down to mostly being on LinkedIn. But how did we really get to that journey where we kind of feel like the biggest focus for us is on LinkedIn, even though we're going to continue to still have activity on the other social mediums?
Yeah, we're posting still on the other ones. Like you said, we started out going across the board, and that meant Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, as well as YouTube. And on the top four, which is Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram, I was posting 3 times a day, every single day, Monday through, or 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
And then we started doing that just to get content out there and to get our name out there. And then we started seeing what people were liking, like what was Instagram really liking, what was Twitter really liking, what was LinkedIn liking, and so on and so on. And we have really narrowed it down to where we do our motivational on Instagram, and that's the only thing that we do.
On Instagram.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
And then on Twitter, we are doing the motivation as well. Facebook, we're kind of pulling back for right now because Facebook's not really.
Well, so on Twitter though, because I know we've kind of changed this up. So when you say motivation, if you haven't seen it, we have a post every morning where it's a picture of clothing or handkerchief or things to that effect with one word on it. You came up with the concept, and then either something, kind of a quote unquote a quote by me or a quote you found or something you've come up with. So every day, for sure by lunch, if not by mid-morning, you're doing that. So we're just doing that on Instagram. I'm just backing up real quick. Don't you really feel like on Instagram, we felt that those that are in business that are on Instagram, it really still is the spirit of Instagram, which is kind of the artistic, more driven by the pictures. Kind of what's your overall sentiment for business CPA on Instagram, and kind of why we decided just to go with the one?
We decided to go with just one because our videos weren't really doing anything. They weren't driving people to YouTube. They weren't driving people to our website. They weren't driving people to other platforms. So we really pulled back the videos. Pictures are just really the way to go with Instagram. People aren't really watching videos. If they are, they're watching more of the funny videos, 15, 20-second videos. So we're not able to get our full message out there. So that's why we stopped doing videos on Instagram.
Well, and we would have, it seemed like on average about 100 views of our videos, but it wasn't driving anybody to YouTube. And, my son Cooper, he at the time was 15, but we were kind of consulting with him as well as with my daughter, Chloe, who was in college. But I was like, what do you see for those that are driving people to YouTube off of Instagram? And it was taking a clip from the video and then putting a link to it. But here's the problem with YouTube. You probably are aware if you're involved with, here's the deal with Instagram, was that you couldn't put a link in the post.
Yeah, you
right?
have to put them in your bio.
It's still that way, right?
Yeah, you can't link in YouTube.
So you can put one link in your bio, and so then you're kind of stuck with that. So then it would just be a link to the YouTube channel.
Yep.
And so then someone would kind of have to scroll. So I think that was kind of part of the limitation that we hit when we were, looking at Instagram. And then the motivational posts, though, always had a lot of likes, and it seemed like people were regularly, even commenting, on that as well. But before we move away from Instagram, we don't really do the story anymore either.
No. Uh-oh.
Let's see. Continue recording.
We just won't be live.
Live and record. Looks like we froze over there. All right, hey YouTube, hold tight. You're getting to see the behind the scenes. Are we still live? What are we doing here?
That's at 5:33. So.
Oh, okay. And then it stopped.
Yeah, and then it stops. So
Okay.
I can hit stop
we're
on
gonna-
this, and then I can restart.
We'll let you know at what timer that if you're on YouTube and you want to fast forward. So we're going to basically not start over. We're going to Now, I think last time when you did this, though, it didn't work. It seemed like you had to go all the way out.
Yeah, I know, but I was
Okay.
trying to see if I could save it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So what's interesting about LinkedIn Live beta program is that you have to go through an independent app. So you open up the, here, remove this. You open up the app and you then have to, it says goodbye. You open up the app and then you go live through the app that then broadcasts it on LinkedIn. And I don't know if it has something to do with the Wi-Fi. I don't know why that would be the case. But we did have it happen, I think, when we were doing our Sunday show. So we appreciate you hanging with us. All right, so we're reconnecting. Test 2, because we can go back in.
I can go back. I
We
just
can go
put,
back
I
in
put
and
take,
edit it.
take 2.
Take 2, yeah. All right, take 2, but you guys are getting the full because YouTube's awesome. All right.
All right, let's see.
You want to lower, or let's make sure that we're
All right,
All right,
should
hey.
be back.
take 2. Here's the thing with LinkedIn Live beta program, which we're so honored to be a part of. You have to go through a third-party app. Because it's the beta program, you don't just go on LinkedIn and then hit live like you would on the other social mediums such as Facebook or YouTube. So you have to open another app, connect it to LinkedIn, and then in essence, we are broadcasting through the app that then is placing it on LinkedIn. So anyways, we just hit a little bit of technical difficulty, but I think it's just kind of related to the app, so to speak. All right, hey, so what we were talking about though was Instagram.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I want to interrupt you. I just noticed when I was doing that Russell shared us on our first one. So we really
Well, thank you,
appreciate
Russell.
that, Russell.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. We're going to have a special segment about a video that Russell, or I don't know if I think he posted it yesterday. I saw it yesterday and shared it, and then made some comments on it. But it was awesome.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about social media and that we're not doing Instagram, the limitation on it is that you can't put a link in the post. You can only put a
Right.
link in the bio. So if we're trying to get people to go over to YouTube, then it was difficult because all we could do was a link to the YouTube
Yep.
channel
Yeah.
generally.
Right.
And then we really stopped doing the Instagram story. I think we will pick it back up when we go on tour.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so when we go on tour, what do we mean by that?
That means that JJ becomes JJ the CPA, the speaker. And from October basically to January, we are really not here in the home front that much because we are out traveling to different cities, and he is teaching wonderful 8-hour tax seminars to up to sometimes 400 people at a time. So,
500, but through Surgent.
but through Surgent, yes.
Yeah, through Surgent. So Surgent CPE is who I represent, which is awesome. They come up with the materials, and it's through the societies, and it's been wonderful exposure, and we've had a lot of fun. But when we're on the road, that's when we feel like a story would be interesting,
Yeah.
kind of behind the scenes. But the Instagram seems to be, for sure, more the fun side, so to speak.
Yep.
And not to say that we're not having fun, but they're not the people that are getting on Instagram aren't necessarily as interested popping over to YouTube to maybe learn more about insurance. On Facebook, what are we doing every day on Facebook now? I mean, we were doing the 3 posts every single day, the same everywhere, but
We are doing nothing. We pulled back everything off Facebook.
okay, so we're not even doing the social media motivational. Okay.
No.
So we've kind of changed what we're doing, but I think the reason that we're doing that is that we just feel like we need to come back with a little more gusto on Facebook. And at the same time, I don't think the audience that is on Facebook is
Yes.
really who is wanting to watch the videos and, move over to YouTube. And I think one of the things with Facebook is that, they already get to watch the whole video.
Right.
And it's, I think, more on a personal side. And then I'll just be honest, from my perspective, when I'm on Facebook, all of my clients are on there, and most of the followers that we had are clients, and they are already getting the service.
Right.
They're not necessarily feeling like, oh, I need to tune in.
Right.
Now, as it relates to Twitter, what are we doing presently on Twitter that we kind of plan to do for the next quarter?
We're doing a motivational and a video.
So
Teaser. It's a video teaser because we can't put the full video on Twitter. And
what is it, 45 seconds?
45 seconds, and I don't even know if that will continue very much because it's not gaining. Twitter isn't gaining anything
For us.
Yeah, our motivational picture does. Sometimes, it gets retweeted and we get a lot of comments on it and likes and our hearts, whatever it is on Twitter. But the videos aren't doing so well.
So once a day, we are putting a video up to YouTube.
Yeah.
In addition to posting our live.
Yep.
And in addition to the JX4 weekly show.
Yep, every single day.
Every single day. But the videos that we're doing are informational about insurance or business or banking or tax. We've kind of started even doing some related to social media, like what we're talking about today. But we are not a rebranding. JJ the CPA, we feel like, is something that will continue. It's funny to talk about it in third person, but we feel like there's a brand of JJ the CPA.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, in fact, JJ the CPA is literally a registered trademark, like officially. But from the perspective of moving forward, this symposium that we've talked about next Friday and Saturday, the 23rd and 24th of August, when we have Juan and Jose and Justin and Katie live. Actually, everybody's staying at our house. You're going to be there,
Yep.
Of course. And then Saturday, we'll be near downtown Oklahoma City with a great view, with different venue, different subject matters every hour. It'll be live all day on my YouTube channel,
Yep.
as well as in LinkedIn Live. But it's going to be live on everybody else's as well.
Try.
Now, we might take turns on who actually gets the lead on the live. Maybe. It's really meant to be collaborative. It's not leading to any kind of funnel.
Yeah.
It's not to sell anything.
We're not selling anything.
Period. And it's free to attend. But with that being said, we plan the Monday after to kind of have JJ the CPA 2.0. And that's why we're kind of recalibrating. We're trying to kind of maybe nail down what we want to do live every day on LinkedIn, because when you are accepted into the LinkedIn beta program, they want you to go live. They
Yep.
want you to go live every day.
Exactly.
And they actually want you to go live for at least 15 minutes because they're getting information out of this as well.
Yep.
So if we look at a glimpse of the 2.0, I think that our massive focus will be on LinkedIn.
I agree. Yeah, LinkedIn is really home to us, and they've been so good to us to choose us for the beta program. And
What's up, Jose?
Hey, Jose. And yeah, so LinkedIn is going to become our baby and our pet project. I have a lot of really awesome ideas, and so I can't wait for you guys to see it.
So, but with that being said, let's talk a little bit about that in the sense of with LinkedIn, and I know some of what I'm going to say is it's like an obvious, but LinkedIn is a business community. But more than that, LinkedIn really is for those that we're connecting with, interested in interacting, collaborating, learning from each other.
Exactly.
We do know that there are people that get on LinkedIn and they're there to sell.
Yeah.
And, Russell McDonald, I think, is a good example of somebody that does offer his services on LinkedIn in the sense of saying, hey, I can help you. But I almost feel like out of everybody I've seen so far, Russell has achieved the best balance in the sense of, like, if you go to the post that I shared last night, he talks about what's going on in the market right now and how it relates to mortgages. And the way that he presents it is he'll help you. Now, if he helps you and he comes up with some results, he then actually can take care of you as it relates to your mortgage.
Yeah.
The reason I think he has a good balance is that I watched that video and I was like, this is the most concise and stated in the simplest ways on how to know if we're heading to a recession and that there's an indicator and what you can do about it and what you should be looking at now, and then how he can help.
Yeah.
And I think he comes across genuine enough too, or just genuine, that he is there to help. Whereas I don't think we have a lot of them in our feed, the ones that are just, they're just punching a product.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that are sending a LinkedIn message
Yeah.
that, is, says either sponsored at the top, or, it's clear that they don't even know who they're messaging, because it'll say, hey, Joshua, parentheses, JJ the CPA, close parentheses, or quotation CPA.
Yeah.
Jensen
it's
CPA.
It's just
Yeah.
totally automated.
Yeah. So from the perspective of LinkedIn, we feel like this is our, this is where the camaraderie is.
Yeah.
Because what we're trying to do right now is continue to build a brand, continue to build followers, but in a manner that is not purchased,
Right.
is organic.
Yep.
But I do plan to come out with a book that is how people can do business with a CPA. But
Yep.
what I think would be good is to have a reputation, to have followers, to have a brand. But it also feeds into doing the continuing education. And it's not even to buy anything from me.
Nope.
I'm just the presenter on behalf of another company. But so when we talk about LinkedIn, talk about what did we do from the beginning? What are we doing now? What do we think we're going to do as part of 2.0?
Oh, well, in the beginning, we posted, like I said, I posted 3 times a day. And one thing that I would like to point out is that we are not automated. Every
Right.
post is done organically. It's done at the time that it's posted. So whenever you see a post go up of us, it's because I was sitting there and I just posted it. I don't plan days in ahead. I wake up that morning, I think about what I'm going to plan that day, because he may have got some really awesome news or something exciting is going to happen, and so that just would change the whole course. So we don't do any of the Hootsuite or any of that stuff that automates our post. They're all done on the at time. So to answer your question, with LinkedIn, we were posting 3 times a day, motivation, sharing our YouTube video, and then doing a thought of the day post, which is just a picture of JJ speaking or JJ on location somewhere with a quote, and then coming up with some verbiage to go along with that. And we're going to, I think, continue to do that, but now I think that we are going to focus more on interaction and making our connections better. And, our goal is by 12/31 to have 10,000 followers. That's going to happen. We're going to have 10,000 plus. So we're really going to, the way I feel, we've went out and we've tested the water. We've tried all the different pools, and LinkedIn is the one that's the most comfortable, the one that is, more in our market area. So we're going to really baby that one and take care of it, and we're going to watch things grow from there.
Yeah, absolutely. And, on JX4 yesterday, which, by the way, we're having our season finale live next Friday, the 23rd, for season 1. That'll be 18 episodes. And but anyways, we were talking yesterday on JX4, and Juan Garcia, the CPA marketer,
Yes,
had talked about how really what's organically growing right now is more content in the post, as in the written aspect
the
of it.
verbiage.
And I think Justin was echoing that. Justin McCall of CPA JMAC was echoing that. I'm still enjoying the video part. I still see a lot of other people doing the video. We've got other posts about whether or not there's going to, should we have words on it, or, closed captioning and things to that effect. But I also feel like our end goal is also to build up subscribers in YouTube. That was really the original goal.
Yeah.
And it's still kind of the behind the motivation of LinkedIn. And the way I look at that is that if I'm able to provide information and help the public and do it in a fun way, and it is then YouTube, in essence, that is paying for that.
Yep.
Not those that are, subscribing to it. We did do a video series. It just really didn't work out.
Right.
We weren't happy about it, and we just felt like it was really not consistent with the brand of JJ the CPA, which is wanting to give the information away. But with that being said, I kind of think though LinkedIn's been kind of the same since the beginning. It's always been the three, at least three posts.
Yeah.
And what's interesting though is that we've promoted Surgent, we've promoted the Future Cast show.
Yeah.
You pretty well write that. It's a tax show that we do once a month with Surgent, and it has a great turnout on Surgent.
Wonderful.
But here's what's crazy. I was looking at last night because we're still kind of tinkering with what kind of posts on the go forward content, hashtags, things to that effect. Because if we're going to do this, it's we would like people to receive it, and we want to give people what it is that we think that they want. Now, with that being said, that post that we did last week, where in essence it was a commercial, it only had 35 views. So here, real quick, we'll finish this out with YouTube, and so what do we want to just continue recording?
Yep.
Okay, but from the perspective of what was I saying?
We were talking about.
LinkedIn. Oh, so we had put together that ad.
Oh yeah.
On LinkedIn that we've posted over and over and over. Mm-hmm. And it was basically promoting FutureCast.
Yeah.
And we like 10 days ago it had 35 views.
Right.
Because people are just skipping over it, like they're not even watching a second of it.
They're not even watching it.
Which kind of goes to people are not wanting that commercialized stuff.
Yep.
And I think part of that is that, like Instagram and Facebook, it's inundated with sponsored ads and posts. So when they see something like that, I think that they just go, oh, that's just going to be something that's selling me something, which honestly in that post it is, but it's a post where it's not just me in a video, it's got graphics and you know, it's kind of it's clearly a picture with graphics going over it. But what we're really finding is on LinkedIn, I think the videos are still getting the reach. I know Katie Thomas is, getting a tremendous amount of views,
right?
On hers. So
yep.
I think today we've hit our 15 minutes. We know it's longer on YouTube, which we really appreciate you hanging with us.
We appreciate the people who hopped on YouTube.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So this is The Daily Show with JJ the CPA and Amanda. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
And we will see you tomorrow. We'll see what's our format tomorrow. I think we try this again.
I think so too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Hey, y'all have a great day, and we appreciate you.